Hi everyone, it's Bea. In today's video, I will be talking about Beanie Babies 2.0, a forgotten and now defunct line of stuffed animals made by Ty in the late 2000s, which were most likely, in my opinion, allegedly, created to cash in on the immense success of Webkinz by including a code with each of their stuffed toys which kids could use to register their Beanie Baby online in a virtual world. You know, exactly like Webkinz. Just in case you are not familiar with Webkinz, Webkinz were created by the Gans company in 2005. At the time, virtual worlds like Toontown, Club Penguin, Pixie Hollow, and many, many more were extremely popular. The premise of Webkinz combined two things that kids of the early 2000s loved: collecting stuffed animals and virtual worlds by creating a toy that you could not only own a soft, cuddly version of, but you could also use the code that came with each Webkinz to virtually adopt a stuffed animal as a pet online. And to say Webkinz was a massive success would be a huge understatement, as in 2006 alone, just 1 year after the initial release, Webkinz had made $100 million. As is with basically anything new and shiny that sees a great deal of success, there will always be copycats waiting to ride their coattails by creating their own version, and that's where Beanie Babies 2.0 comes in. In the mid to late 90s, Beanie Babies themselves were a major fad of the time, generating over $700 million in profits per year for Ty, and leading the company to having an estimated net worth of a whopping $2.5 billion. However, by the time the 2000s came around, the world was starting to become much more computerized, and kids' toys were starting to become much more digital as well. So, to keep up with the times and likely try to become hip and cool with the kids again, following the success of Webkinz, Beanie Babies 2.0 was born. By 2004, the original Beanie Babies themselves were retired. As I mentioned earlier, Webkinz were introduced in 2005, became wildly popular and successful in the years following, and by 2008, Ty announced Beanie Babies 2.0, which functioned pretty much exactly the same as Webkinz, but instead carried the once widely beloved Beanie Babies name. There were a little over 50 different kinds of these Beanie Babies ever made compared to the now over 1,000 different Webkinz, and the line of toys was discontinued just a year after it was announced in 2009. So needless to say, the whole ordeal was very short-lived. Personally, I had somewhere around 40-ish Webkinz and 2 Beanie Baby 2.0s. The pink and white cat whose name was Purry, and the Halloween cat named Scaredy. I was a very loyal Webkinz fan, so by the time Beanie Babies 2.0 came out, it was already a bit too late for me to switch over, as I assume it was for many kids at the time, which probably explains why Beanie Babies 2.0 didn't last very long. But I do remember playing Beanie Babies 2.0 quite a bit when I was a kid because I was very into virtual worlds and I would play just about anyone that I could find. Speaking of, now it's time for the fun part. It's time to talk about the virtual world of Beanie Babies 2.0. Commercials of the time advertised Beanie Babies 2.0 as a way for kids to become part of the story of Beanie Land, build their Beanie family, and make friends using kid-appropriate, predetermined chat phrases like many other kids' virtual worlds of the time, like Club Penguin. Much like when you get a new Webkinz, the first thing you do when you got a Beanie Baby 2.0 was hop online and go to the Beanie Babies 2.0 website so you could virtually adopt them. You'd type in the Beanie Babies code, give them a name, choose their gender, receive an adoption certificate, which you could print out if you wanted to, which is a feature that is super 2000s. Then a few of the beanies of Beanie Land would throw you a party and reveal what special in-game items your particular Beanie Baby came with. These items were usually themed around whatever the animal was, like the polar bear Beanie Baby coming with Frosty-themed furniture, for example. And after the whole adoption process was done, you'd be taken to your Beanie Baby's room, which you could purchase new items for by earning in-game currency called beans by playing mini-games like Pico's River Ride or Patriotic Pails, and completing tasks like giving your Beanie Baby a bath. The mascot of Beanie Babies 2.0 was a red dog named Snoots, who would give you the grand tour of the website and the things it had to offer, like a salon, a food court, themed chat rooms, mini-games, etc. And Snoots also had their very own mini-series of short videos that were about 2-ish minutes long and and would usually follow Snoots and a group of Beanie Babies setting off on an adventure together of some sort, and would usually end on a cliffhanger to get kids excited for the next installment. As far as virtual worlds go, and I don't say this to be mean because I know games like these are the sort of thing that many people hold near and dear to their hearts because they played such a huge role in their childhoods, but Beanie Babies 2.0 really wasn't anything too different or innovative. It didn't have anything that really made it stand out from the crowd, and it was pretty standard for a kid's virtual world of the time. Especially since Webkinz already basically had a monopoly on the whole plush toy turned virtual pet market, so Beanie Babies 2.0 really never stood a chance, and as a result, by 2009, the last ever Beanie Baby from the 2.0 line was released. By 2011, all of the Beanie Baby 2.0 plushes had been retired, and just 2 years later, in 2013, the Beanie Babies 2.0 virtual world was shut down for good. There is very little information about this game online. Most of the time when I cover now defunct virtual worlds from the early 2000s, there is usually at least a fandom wiki about it, or some Reddit posts reminiscing about the days of playing the game as a kid, but for Beanie Babies 2.0, the most information I could gather about it came from videos uploaded to YouTube well over a decade ago. Either kids using unregistered Hypercam 2 to capture a few moments of the fun they were having on the website, or a handful of archived Snoots shorts and promotional videos. Other than that, there's really no other information out there. I did find one video while I was scouring YouTube for footage of the game, and it is just the most perfect time capsule of 2009 internet, and it's perfect. So, I'm gonna play a clip of it real quick because I just want everyone to see it. I mean, the silver Windows XP, the old YouTube logo, the DeviantArt tabs with the name with the X's before and after it, the Linkin Park with the super crunchy audio. The whole thing is just so aggressively 2009, it honestly felt like I entered a time machine the first time I watched this video. Finding videos like these is like half the fun of making these kind of videos that I do, to be honest. I decided to make this video a while ago because for some reason or another, I randomly remembered the existence of this game and it kept bothering me until I eventually started looking into it, and I figured if I was going to do all that research, I might as well make it into a video and see if there's anyone else out there who remembers this game, so feel free to let me know down in the comments if you ever played Beanie Babies 2.0 when you were a kid, and maybe share some of your memories of it if you have any. Also, before I go, I just wanted to say that if you're interested in virtual worlds from the 2000s, I have made a whole bunch of videos on games like Millsbury, Pixie Hollow, Barbie Girls, Swinky, and many more. So if you'd like to keep on taking a trip down memory lane, I will put a link in the description of this video to my Retrospectives playlist where you can find all of the videos where I talk about those things. Okay, as always, thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a good day or night or whatever time it is wherever you are, and I will see you all next time.